Hello and welcome to part 4 of the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order playthrough series. Alright, let's get into it. Now, it started us off outside the ship. When I left the game I was inside the ship. I did not grant my permission for that change, I must say, team, but never mind, I'll allow it. We're on a new planet now from the one we were on before, so let's go and explore this place.
Oh, okay. What was in there?
The washing. Okay. Fair enough.
That's not opening.
Thought I'd just try one more time, team, just in case. You never know. Sometimes these doors just take a bit of convincing. That's not true. What was that? You won't know what I'm talking about, but there was a funny vibraty bit there. This is quite cool, this place. So far, I think this planet looks more interesting than the last one we just came from. Obviously, we've only just arrived, so we'll wait and find out if it actually is.
Watch out,
hello.
BD.
Take this. Come on then. Come on then, you punk. Ooh, they're a bit... trickier than the enemies from the last planet, I must say. Oh.
Okay, I'll look.
Cal, can you hear me?
The Empire. They found Zeffo.
If they were following the Mantis, we would have been swarmed already.
Could they be looking for the tombs?
Let's hope not. Just got our comms working. I'll try the same workaround to crack into theirs.
That's not moving.
You know, really, should be able to just chop through since we've got a lightsaber, but clearly these doors are chop proof.
I'll check it out.
Can we chop these? Yes. Oh, that one. Oh, sometimes, oh God, he really, you know, moves a lot when you do these swings. Looks like he's going to fall off the edge sometimes. Almost not worth chopping these poles. Take that. Wow. God, these end. Oh, piss off. Take that. Man, those things are annoying. Which way shall we go, team? It looks like we can... Pretty dark in here.
Mother used this fabric to keep her child warm. They were on the run from something.
Man, you'd think in a galaxy this technologically advanced, this droid would have a better torch on it. My phone's got a better torch than that. Quick, chop this! If I had a critique of this game at this early juncture, I'd say not enough of the environment is choppable. And you've got a lightsaber, you really want to chop some stuff. And, you know, you can chop some stuff in this, but not enough stuff, I would say. Right, so that's that door open now. Oh no. Alright, let's let them deal with it. Is there an area I can rest anywhere to replenish his health? That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be nice, team, I'm not going to lie. Maybe I can do it aboard this... No, I don't think I can reboard this vessel at the moment. Oh no, I can. I can, team.
Cal, over here. Cal, over here.
There's a bed this way.
You did good work on Bogano. Hold it.
Let me rest? Oh, what was that? Yes, a rest area. Or a meditation area, as I should term it. I want to be accurate.
Grease, what's this thing?
What? You've never seen a terrarium before?
Sure, but don't they usually have plants in them?
Well, I've been a bit busy hauling you around the galaxy. But you know, you could pay me back with some seeds.
I thought you hated nature.
When it's out there, you betcha. But when it's behind a comfortably thick wall of embarring glass, that's perfection.
Alright, I'll see if I can find any.
Right, that was a great conversation with that guy from all the way over there. Wherever he is. Who cares? Let's get on with things now, team. Run through here and take on these. Ah, yes, of course. Those enemies are back now that I've rested. They respawn every time you rest. Don't know if you knew that. Well, you'd know it if you've watched the previous eps of this series, but not necessarily if this is the first one you've watched, or if you've never played the game. Oh, hang on, was there a thing here? There is. Scannable thing. Waha!
How did you kill them all?
Take that! Yeah, I definitely prefer this planet to the frog planet, not gonna lie. Fighting those frogs was pretty annoying. I mean, fighting the weird rat things on this planet is... they're a bit of a nuisance as well, but that planet, you know, I prefer fighting these stormtroopers to the animals, I'm not going to lie.
Tracking the enemy.
Take that.
Jedi!
Oh, hello there, buddy.
You shouldn't be here. Don't shoot him. Destroy him. We're in
Oh, that's a bit.
pursuit.
Oh,
Converge on the target. I hope reinforcements are on the way.
there we go.
Huh? Well done.
Nice.
Where are you taking us?
The Empire's forced the villagers from their homes. Frightened refugees, shipped off to work camps. Or worse.
Nothing good in that pot. See, if you watch my For Honor series that I've done on this channel, or if you've ever played For Honor, you may know that when you chop up pots that look a bit like that, there's some good stuff in them sometimes, but not on this game. No pot contents here.
He's down there. Taking aim. That's it. It's all over now. I'll stop you.
Where are you?
You're gonna be sorry.
Yes, where are you? Come on.
Where'd you go?
Take her and go. I'll lead them away.
Ulster, no!
Oh, okay. What do we find?
What? I'll get you.
Ooh, that's good. It's good to get a new outfit. Material, isn't it, team? No reason you can't be fashionable when you're running from Imperial soldiers. Oh, come on. That is just asking to be chopped. Man, no chopping. Oh well.
Why are we even still here? There's nothing on this planet. Maybe there's some enemy approaching.
Oh,
You'll regret
I
that.
was trying to eavesdrop on their conversation, but they spotted me.
Oh, all right then. What's that that you want?
Take that, punk. There we go. I just upgraded my skills. Acquired one new skill, which is good, isn't it, team? So dark in here. Right, that was right at the edge. Okay. Ooh.
Scanning again?
My friend, in the rotation since I left Pagano, I've uncovered more about the Zeffo than I once believed possible.
Gotta go back again, team. This is tricky, and it's this dark. At least it's got good signage. Right. Whee!
All that's left.
Whoa! Oopsie.
Gotcha.
Take that. Yeah, they respawned because I rested. Now that's better. So you can illuminate these dark areas better when you hold the lightsaber out in front of you like that. That's my fault for not doing that. That's why it was so dark before. Even so, my comment about the droid's torch stands. It's pathetic.
Oh, all right then. Something we can use?
Ooh, they have copper in the Star Wars galaxy as well. I mean, it's not necessarily surprising, but the fact that they call it copper, although they do seem to speak this, they do seem to speak English, so why wouldn't they? Fair point there. Yes, true. Ah, that's better. Whee! Whoa, whoa! I just got shoved off by that creature! Oh! You fiendish foe, I will mess you up good, bro. Hiya!
Solid blow.
You had that coming, buddy. Uh-oh. Whoa. Yeah. Uh-oh, what's this? Some sort of creature?
Looks like a problem.
Ow, it hurts. Whew.
Thanks, BD1.
I'm hungry. It's reducing the quality of my posture and aim. Doesn't surprise me. Rations at this posting are terrible. I'm just saying it's not my fault if I miss a target.
Man, what a useful conversation to hear since I'm about to attack them.
We don't even have to try here.
Oh! Why didn't that missile kill them?
Can't beat us all. We can't. Don't slip up now.
Oh, that nearly catapulted me off in the wrong direction, didn't it, team? That would have been so counterproductive.
Whoa. That's gotta be one of the Zeffo. Guess we're on the right track, huh, BD?
The Jedi is in. Copy that. Taking the shot. You'll pay for that.
Oh, whoa, you really like shooting, don't you?
Good job.
There, up there.
Whee! Ooh, hoo, hoo.
The Jedi, after him.
Uh-oh. Oh, that thing was quite well camouflaged. Stay away from me, you punk.
Look out! Yes, understood.
Ow.
You're getting weak. I'm stepping back. Keep your distance. I hit him. Why did I do that? I can't do that again. Hurry, Kill him. You say so. Ow! Just don't be next.
A new skill acquired just then. It's useful. Oops.
An intruder?
What is it? Oh no.
That's up. Lucky block.
You reckon?
Bullseye.
What's this?
That guy was so annoying. I hated his attitude. Oh no, not another one.
Won't get me.
Oh. Take that. There we go. Certainly climbed a lot of things in this game so far, haven't we, team? Seems to be pretty integral to this guy's way of life. He likes to climb things that they're probably too dangerous for a normal person to be climbing on, or a sensible person to be climbing on. Now that so looks like he should be able to get on it. It's such a nice flat platform. Aha! Bit of rope.
I see you down there.
Oh, you are joking. Oh, he got me, team. He got me. Ah, come on. Yeah, I noticed I needed to cut that this time. Hi guys, I'm recording the rest of the commentary for this episode separately to the gameplay. For the first part of the episode up until now, I recorded the commentary whilst playing, but for the rest of it I'll be doing it separately. So yeah, let's continue, shall we? This was a slightly tricky bit actually. Mainly, I mean, it would have been fairly easy if it weren't for the animals that pop up out of the ground and attack you. Man, they're annoying. Look, there you go. They're surprisingly tricky, those things. They don't really look it, but they are. Actually, obviously, I haven't. I'm not very far into this game yet, so I'm still getting used to the controls and the general feel of it and stuff. But I'm finding the animals really annoying to fight. Actually, they're surprisingly tricky at this early point. Again, I'm still getting used to how to play the game really, but yeah, I don't know. Some of them are, like for example back there, they kind of just can pop up out of the ground behind you and jump straight on you before you got the chance to really do anything. It's a bit annoying, but
we've occupied Zeffo, redistributing its inhabitants. This planet has failed to yield significant data or relics for Project Augur. Its electromagnetic winds have rendered the bulk of our mining technology useless. Meanwhile, more stormtroopers lose their lives to dangerous fauna. We will not be able to fulfill our directive here. It is my recommendation that we disband the project and leave a token outpost to keep scavengers from stealing our technology. What do we do about those things with the horns? Relax. They're dangerous if they hit you, but their eyesight is terrible. So if I can get out of the way, I'll be fine? Yeah, just don't get hit. Just don't get hit. Just don't get hit. Yeah. Easy. It's the Jedi!
those guys dealt with.
Hey! So what was in there?
You might notice a few weird cuts here and there throughout this episode. It was actually a very long episode to record, and so I've had to cut quite a lot of footage out. But nothing important, just like times where I was either kind of wandering around, working out, you know, what needed to be done, or if I like fell off the edge of something and needed to restart. Something like that, you know. It's stuff that was kind of boring to watch essentially, so I just cut all that stuff out. So if you notice cuts here and there that feel a bit weird, they shouldn't be too weird because I've kind of done them in fairly sort of fairly natural places, but obviously they're still noticeable. Yeah, so that's the reason for that anyway.
The Empire's pinpointed your location. You need to move fast.
On it. Thanks.
Always make use of those save points. They're useful because I have found in this game that if you if you end up getting defeated or something, it can sometimes send you a long way back, and you have to replay a lot of the game again before you get back to where you were, and that is very annoying. So if you want some advice for playing this game, always make use of those save points. Common sense really, isn't it? But still.
Okay. Did you find something, BD1? Little help. That feels better.
There's a lot more to this planet than the last one we were on, if you watched the previous episodes of this series.
What do they know?
No mention of Cordova. I don't think the Empire knows he's been here.
Then we have the advantage. For now.
Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, on the last planet it was all fairly samey in terms of, you know, where you had to go and what you had to do and stuff, but there's a lot more diversity of environment and stuff in this. Like, well, as you can tell by looking at where we started and where we've ended up now, eh? One of these annoying creatures.
Little help.
So what have you been thinking of this series so far? If you've watched the previous episodes, been enjoying it? Have you played the game yourself? And if so, do you like it?
That's interesting. We're on the right track.
You got any criticisms of it? Any things you think could be improved on? I've got some. Like, I do think, excuse me, I do think would be better if, you know, rather than enemies having health bars for when you fight them, like the lightsaber should, I mean, like, the lightsaber when you hit them, I think it should chop straight through them with one hit, and instead of, you know, them having health bars, if they should have, you know, better ways to block it or dodge it or something like that. But
Can't get through.
yeah, just try and chop that and force it, because it looks like you should be able to interact with it in some way. That, and I just don't like its attitude. But anyway, yeah, so as I was saying,
Something about it crippled the Empire's equipment. I can feel something pulling me there, beyond the storm.
Follow it. Let the Force sharpen your instincts.
All right, I'll do my best.
I'm going to try not to interrupt these guys in the game. Yeah, and so yeah, I do think the lightsaber, when it hits your enemies, it should chop straight through them with one hit, and they should just, to prolong the fight or make it more difficult, they should have better defenses, like well, you know, better ways to block it and dodge it and stuff. Because, you know, when you've got a lightsaber in a game like this, you want it to feel like it does what it's supposed to. You want to be able to chop straight through stuff. So yeah, that's one criticism I would have. That's always been the case in Star Wars games. They've never, you know, made the lightsabers accurate in that regard.
Wonder if they connect.
It's kind of a shame. It'd be good if they started doing that more in these sorts of games.
Oh, all right then. So what was in there?
Turn out to be loads of these things up here. These weird goat things, whatever they are. You know what, that's something else I've noticed, as you may have seen just there when I was attacking that creature. It's difficult on this to, I don't even know if you can, like, push enemies over the edge. Like, you know, in most games you can, when you're fighting an enemy on the edge of a cliff or some elevated plane, you can normally back them towards the edge and push them off, but so far I haven't managed to do that to any of them, even when I've tried, just like then. Maybe it's just more difficult to do, I don't know, or maybe you can't do it, I don't know. Let me know if you've attempted it and succeeded.
Never seen a storm do that before.
Very reminiscent of things like Uncharted
Yeah, it's
and
incredible.
Tomb Raider, this bit. Well, the game is in general, really. There's a lot of climbing up stuff and kind of puzzles to solve and tombs to raid, all that kind of stuff.
The earliest Zeffo site we've uncovered yet, despite my reservations. I cannot chase the Bogano fault from my mind. Its visions shape the direction of an entire culture. I must understand why.
In the tomb.
And we're there.
And the Empire?
No sign of them down here.
What about Cordova?
Still not sure what I'm supposed to find. He's a little...
Eccentric? Tell me about it. But he wouldn't send us here for his amusement. Keep an open mind.
Did you see that? Ugh.
The reason I did that was because I assumed it was either going to explode anyway or attack me in some way, so I just thought I'd get in there first, but I don't think they explode unless you actually touch them. I haven't really experimented much with that, but that seems to be likely based on how they kind of, well, just based on how I go past all these ones here and then none of them explode because, well, I don't end up touching any of them, so... Whether you're looking around and can't find the next thing you're meant to climb on or pass through or whatever, it often turns out that you've got to run along a wall, as was the case just there. We've got a bit of a puzzle to solve here. This is the kind of thing I'm referring to when I say it's like Uncharted or Tomb Raider or something like that. One of those annoying creatures.
Toss it here.
Takes a few minutes for me to get this solved. I considered cutting it down a bit, but I thought it would probably be better to include the whole process in, just because, you know, don't want too many cuts in a video like this. And as well, you know, some people like to watch the whole process just because they might be interested in it, and just some people might want to
It's not just wind rippling
know
through
how
his
to do it
chimes.
themselves. So
Voices from the past.
yeah, I decided to keep the whole thing in unedited for this part. Yeah, that's blowing it along into that bit of the wall. Smash the bars down so I can then enter that little area. Now, obviously, you've probably realised by this point that the ball needs to be put in the middle there on that little dip. Just kind of experimenting to see, you know, just playing around with it to see what happens when I do these certain things. There we go.
used in Zeffo meditation rituals. I think they were training Force users.
Back up along this part. Just gotta make sure those things are chopped down, because you know, can't leave stuff unchopped if it's choppable in this game. Oh, those are fragile pots. Crumble to dust just walking into them. Whoop. Right, so in the next episode we shall continue exploring this area and progressing through, but that's going to do it for this one. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe to watch the rest of the series and other gaming videos as well. See you next time.